What's going on, people, and welcome to Mad About Football. My name is Bas, and joining me as always is Kamal.
What's going on?
Fuck all. Excited about this week's football?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Me too. We're about to give our game week 23 predictions for the English Premier League.
Yes. Big week for some teams. Very crucial they get results, because if they don't, then they'll look like some will look out of the title race, some will look relegation prone, some
every week the table's looking more and more complete. I guess
I'm starting to think top four is getting cemented. It's closer and closer. Especially if some results go some ways this week, like there's Wolves Leicester. There's a mad about football match game of the week, which is Liverpool City.
Yeah, it's a big one too.
United Everton, Arsenal Aston Villa.
All big games.
There's some really big games, and you could throw a wrench.
True. Okay, I'm gonna move on to our prediction page. If I can find it. Give me a second.
Oh, yes. Our first game is Arsenal. This is a 6-pointer.
For
this
who?
Game.
For what?
Our very first game of the week.
Oh, Aston Villa and Arsenal.
Aston Villa, Arsenal, yes. Both in somewhat of form. Aston Villa sitting ninth. What do they have? They have 3 losses, 2 wins. Where Arsenal are sitting 10th with 2 draws, 2 wins, 1 loss. But the loss that they just conceded to Wolves was a very big one, not just because they lost, but because they copped 2 red cards in that game. One to Bert Leno, who they're going to miss massively, and one to David Luiz, who's been one of their good star players. And so
I don't think he's been that good. I mean, he has his moments.
He's been starting over Gabriel lately. So I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on. I'd rather start Gabriel.
I heard that Luiz and Arteta had a falling out, but apparently not. In the reverse fixture, Arsenal lost to Aston Villa 3-1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and they were just shocking. It is a way which they struggle sometimes to do, but I think their defense will get the better of them again. I think their defense will cost them this game. I think the inexperience of their keeper, I'm not sure if Matt Ryan will be available.
Yeah, this reminds me of Aston Villa versus Liverpool early on in the season, where we had Adrian in goal. And Adrian looked very nervous from the beginning and did some mistakes. And ever since those mistakes, Aston Villa was just popping shots off from everywhere and they were going in.
Yeah, well, sorry, let me fix what I said earlier. It wasn't 3-1. They beat Arsenal 3-0.
3-0.
Right,
okay.
And that was at home, and that's when Arsenal were going through that 10 games where they were just shocking. I don't expect them to be any different. If anything, they might be worse, right? Because they're missing some of their key players like Tierney, Leno, Luiz, as we said. Aubameyang isn't back yet. He's back in training, but I doubt he'll start. I wouldn't start him over Thing. We'll see how he goes with the Emil Smith-Rowe, Odegaard situation. I'm going to go for a Aston Villa win. I'm going to go for 3-1.
3-1. Oops.
Yeah, I think Aston Villa, they'll look to punish. They know that if they get this win, they'll be some good distance away from Arsenal, even though they do have 2 points in hand.
They got 2 games in hand as well.
But
Yeah,
they need to win their games. Like, doesn't matter just because they have 2 games in hand. It doesn't mean anything. You get what I mean?
Yeah. That's
just
true. That's true.
And because they lost to West Ham, even if they win their 2 games in hand, they only move to 5th now.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Because they lost their last game, to West Ham.
Yeah, but true. it's also 1 point behind 4th, which is Liverpool. So yeah.
Well, we have to beat Manchester City. We have to beat them if we have any chance or any hope of challenging for the title again. We must beat Man City. We have
talking about the Arsenal game, bro.
Yeah. Anyways. My prediction's going to be, I reckon, I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0 to who, but?
To Aston Villa.
Yeah, to Villa.
Yeah. Villa will win. I can see Villa you know what? I think it'll be maybe even more than 2-0. I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0. Wow, if you get this, I'll be so happy. It's not even that you get the points, it's just because Arsenal cop 4. Right?
Well, because I can see it happening. I can see
me too.
The same situation where Liverpool was struggling with Adrian's with Alisson's injuries.
Yep.
And we had Adrian in goal. And the same thing's happening now with Arsenal, where they've lost Leno for a few matches, and they've got now their young.
It's just Aston Villa will want to do the same thing they did against Arsenal in the last game at the Emirates. Because if you watch that game, Aston Villa were all over them. Ross Barkley had a really good game. Grealish had a good game. And Ollie Watkins had a good game.
And I'm very sure Martinez would want to keep a clean sheet against his former club.
Yeah, he wants back-to-back clean sheets, right? And Martinez will be like, these guys sold me, and look who they're playing now, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
All right, we'll move on to the next one, which is Burnley-Brighton. So, this is the lower placed team, so it's
15th versus 16th or something, or 17th?
17th. Yeah. So 22, 24 points. Brighton, 24 points. Burnley, 22.
So another 6-pointer.
Yeah, basically. But Brighton in the better form. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah, especially beating Tottenham and Liverpool all in the same week.
Back-to-back weeks, which is very big points. If you want to stay in the league, you know, these are the points that really matter.
True.
Burnley struggling, just sitting above relegation. 3 losses, 2 wins. But at the same time, you know, they still do have a game in hand, which is critical. So this is technically, yes, it is a 6-pointer. This will be a tough game. I think both teams will be looking to get a win. Both teams playing both really good football. Maybe Brighton better because of their form-wise. It's a tough one to pick, to be honest. You know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
2-2.
Because I feel both teams can score and will score, but I don't see a winner. I don't see a winner going either side.
I see what you mean with this one. It's very hard to pick a winner. However,
not that both teams are like terrible or they can't play. It's both teams look dangerous going forward, but it just matters. I think
Brighton has more of an edge about them, which is why I'm going to go for a Brighton win. I'm going to say 2-1 to Brighton. Okay, on to the next game, which is Newcastle United versus Southampton at St. James's Stadium.
This is a big one,
St. James's Park.
A
huge game.
Southampton dropping badly. This is 12th.
They've lost their last 4 out of 5 games. They haven't won a game since the Liverpool game.
Since the Liverpool game, getting pumped, absolutely battered by Manchester United 9-0 last game, right? 9-0.
And going into this one, they're going to have more troubles because they have one of their defenders is also
Bednarek got
not Bednarek, the other one.
Oh, the
forgot his
kid that
name.
made his debut,
Yeah.
that copped the red card. Yeah, nah, I don't know his name,
Because
but
because Vestergaard is also injured as well.
he's still out.
Still injured,
Damn.
still out.
Bro, they're struggling. And
Yeah.
Newcastle aren't in the better form. They're both in the same form the last 5. Lost 4-1-1.
Yeah.
So they're both in the same form. So both teams will be looking to get a result. Newcastle lost to Sheffield, which was really disappointing.
Yeah, this was a few weeks back now.
No, last week.
Now they played Crystal Palace last week.
Crystal Palace. Sorry,
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah.
Palace. I thought it was Sheffield.
Yeah.
But I think Southampton will be looking to bounce back. This is a tough one again to call, just like the Brighton Burnley one, because either team will show up and it's clear who will win because they both attack. They both have attacking presences going forward. But
True.
I think this game will be the matter of whose defense is more solid.
Right? I reckon in this one it's whoever can outscore
each other. I think that Southampton will be looking to bounce back. I think
Definitely.
I know them, like their manager ever since they copped the original 9-0 against Leicester, they try to transform themselves. So I'm gonna go for a Southampton. We'll go for a 2-1 Southampton win. Southampton, I think, I think Southampton will look to bounce back. I think they'll want it more than Newcastle, and
yeah, I think so too. I think Southampton's just for me, Southampton has the better manager. He's better than Steve Bruce.
Yeah, I don't see, and something that annoyed me. I want to say annoy me. Peter, some stupid Liverpool pundit was saying that Liverpool is playing the worst football to watch in the league this year, like at the moment.
Who said this?
I can't remember his name.
Was it Peter Drury or something?
Yeah, I think that guy. But he said that Liverpool, Tottenham are playing the worst football in the league right now. But
I don't think
if you've watched Sheffield, West Brom, Fulham, Newcastle, Newcastle under Steve Bruce is terrible.
I think Newcastle's been playing the worst football in the Premier League at this moment.
Yeah, right. And it was just stupid. I think that comment.
Yeah. Okay. On to my prediction. I think Southampton is due for a win. I'm gonna go 3-2 Southampton.
Sorry to cut you off. It's Paul Merce who said that.
Paul Merce is okay.
Spurs are the worst team to watch in the Premier League at the moment. That's what
Dude,
he said.
okay. Look, Paul Merce's meant to be some sort of an Arsenal legend.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a machine player. He was a good player. However, as a pundit, he's fucking pathetic. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. I was like, bro, but has he not been watching Newcastle? Has he not been watching Sheffield?
Obviously not. Obviously not.
Like, bro, what are you on about? Like,
he only said that because he was a former Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yes. Our next one is Fulham versus West Ham. West Ham, one of the best teams in London at the moment.
I think the best team in London.
Yeah,
and speaking of London, this is a London derby at Craven Cottage.
West Ham. So this is a battle of like two sides of the table. West Ham sitting fifth, looking to build on momentum.
Yeah,
looking to build on some very good momentum. Fulham sitting just in relegation. They're playing some good football, but they need points.
They certainly do need points. Yes.
What's it called again? And Lingard scoring 2 on his West Ham debut.
Yeah.
Thomas Souček, mate, give the man his potato salad. Is an absolute machine. Absolute machine, honestly. I don't see this game like being any good for Fulham. I think West Ham will be the better team. I think they'll play much better football. I'm really enjoying the football West Ham are playing also.
Yeah.
They're just playing really good football, right? I'm going to go for a West Ham 3-1 win.
Speak to the microphone. Because
I'm going for a West Ham 3-1 win. Sorry.
all right. Okay.
I was looking at like stats and whatnot.
No worries. Okay. Yeah, man. I think West Ham. Shit. Yeah. If Liverpool lose to Man City and West Ham win their game, they can make a push for top 4.
It's not even like that. If Villa beat Arsenal and you lose, you're 1 point behind. Villa will be 1 point behind Liverpool if they win their both games in hand.
But if West Ham win their game and Liverpool lose, then West Ham's in top 4, literally.
Yeah, and if Chelsea win against Sheffield, then there's a lot of implications. There's a lot of ifs and whatnots. This week.
It's just been so close to call this season.
But do you think that's because I honestly also think there's a coronavirus factor into it? Because
definitely,
if you think about it, no team is playing the way they should. You get what I mean?
100%.
Some players aren't playing as they should be performing. You know?
Yeah, dude, 100%. I was like, think about it,
and a quick turnaround in a way. You know, most teams didn't really get a
preseason.
You get what I mean? So they were just thrown in there, and it's real evident to some teams that struggling. Why'd you have it over Arsenal?
Huh?
I said, why'd you have it over Arsenal?
Just no reason. I was gonna say that, like, with Liverpool copping 5 or 6 players with coronavirus too. Salah copped it. Thiago copped it twice.
Newcastle copped it as well. Aston Villa copped it really badly. They had to play like an under 23 team against Liverpool.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Also, who else? Trent Alexander-Arnold also copped it as well. And ever since then, really, they haven't been the same. Like Thiago is a Champions League winner from last season. It has not been the same since he got coronavirus.
But he's also been injured as well.
He has been injured as well. Yeah, he was.
All right, what's your prediction for West Ham? Let's go.
Yeah, man. I think 3-1.
No?
I think 3-1. Seems like a good prediction for this game. West Ham will continue on their form, especially showing their dominance against a lower league team, whatever you want to call it. An inferior London team.
Yeah, a struggling London.
A struggling team. Yeah. I'm sorry to say Fulham is not going to win this one. Yeah. Even though they need the points really badly, but I can't see Fulham taking any points from this game. West Ham's has been strong.
We'll move on to the next one, which is a big one. Also, very top 4 decider.
Potential. Yeah, top potential.
United Everton at Old Trafford. United coming off a very big confidence boosting team,
especially at home.
Yeah, exactly. Against Southampton 9-0. And I said it in our match week 21 recap that every player who needed confidence got it in this game.
100%. Especially Anthony Martial scoring 2 goals. Anthony Martial,
Van de Beek started 45 minutes. James scored. McTominay scored. Rashford scored.
Yeah.
It was a very good team win. You get what I mean? It's showing that we're moving right in the forward, like
in a good direction, in the right direction.
Yeah. And Everton coming into this game, they have some good form. They have some form around them. In their last 5, they've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1. In our last 5, we've won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. So both somewhat good form, but
similar form. You can say similar form.
I think we'll be too strong for Everton. The last time we played them in the reverse fixture, Ole's job was on the line, right?
Yeah. And you beat them like 2-1.
No, we beat them 3-1.
Oh, 3-1.
Cavani scored at the end. Got my prediction right. Yeah,
that's right.
Unfortunately, Bailly is out injured.
Mm-hmm.
But Cavani should be back. Apparently, he copped a little knock in Southampton, but he should be back.
Okay.
And in the last game against Everton, what I noticed was, and we talked about this, that when it was getting later into the game, Everton didn't have a plan B, and they were just going after our players more than anything.
Yeah, they were trying to get your players into trouble.
Yeah, right. And Bernard was being really dirty with challenges, trying to get Fernandez off.
Yeah.
If we are to beat this team, we have to score early. We have to finish our chances. We can't just wait on it, because this Everton team again is punishable. Like they will punish us.
That's true. They do have the potential to cause you problems, definitely.
I feel Dominic Calvert-Lewin is coming back into somewhat of good form.
He scored his first goal since early December.
No, I thought it was 2. I thought he scored.
No, he scored 1. He scored the header.
Yes. No, sorry. Yes.
He only scored 1 in his last game. That was his first goal since early December. So it's been like a couple of months since he scored a goal too. And back then he was going through what they call a purple patch. Yeah, his form was unbelievable. He was scoring,
and they were all from open play. Yeah, they were all from open play.
Yeah, man. They've got a new. Everton has a trainer, Duncan Ferguson, who used to be an Everton legend himself.
He was their caretaker.
Very good. Yeah, he was a very good header of the ball back in his day too, and looks like Dominic Calvert-Lewin is
proper. He was when they were looking for a manager, he was their caretaker. Yeah, he was really good.
All right. Really good. What's your prediction for?
I'm going to go for a big prediction. I'm going for a 4-1 United win.
4-1
for a 4-1 United win. I think we'll be very dominant. I think we'll be very dominant coming towards the end of the game. In the second half, I think we'll be all United. I think we might struggle at the start of the game, but then once we get our feet into the game, everyone will start moving. Everyone will start doing it, and I think everyone's going to have a good game. Hopefully we get a big result, because this is another big result that we need from this team, right? But yeah. So yeah.
To be honest, I can't really see a winner in this game, even though Man United have been somewhat in good form, smashing.
You love to go against United, so just go for it, bro.
Yeah, I want United to just lose. Or every week I want United to lose. But you know what? I'm gonna go for a draw. I reckon 1-1 for this game.
Nice, because
both squads have a full strength team. You can expect James to be back for this game, and Everton's got a really good defense. Actually, on second thoughts, I think Pickford is still injured, maybe, or he was probably doubtful for this game. But I still think Everton's defense will be good enough to get a draw at Old Trafford. Yeah,
I'll be so upset with the draw. Yeah, he is. He is still out. Rib injury mid-Feb.
Okay, fair enough. So he'll be back next week.
Mid-Feb, which is a big loss for them.
Yeah, he'll be back like game week 25 or 24 for him.
Yes. Yeah, okay. We'll move on to the next one, which is Tottenham versus West Brom Albion. Tottenham
in some really bad form.
Yeah, shocking. Lost their last 3 in a row. They've lost their last 3, 1-1, drawn 1. West Brom not doing any better. They lost the game they should have won against Sheffield.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think in this game, Tottenham should be bouncing back. This is the game where Tottenham needs to win.
I think so too, but you don't know if they will. You get what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Mourinho would have absolutely blasted them against after the Chelsea win. You get what I mean? I want to go a little upset. I'm going to go a little upset here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
I think they'll still struggle without Harry Kane. I think West Brom will be like, okay, maybe we can get a result, Big Sam. And yeah, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I think this will be Tottenham's game.
Yeah, I think it will be Tottenham's game, but I'm just trying to throw a hammer in the wrench, Yeah, I'll go for 3-1
Tottenham win.
3-1 is a big one, mate. Big one.
Yeah. I
All
think
right,
it's
we'll
about
move on
time
to
Son will score a brace, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I
we'll
have
move
him
on
as
to
my captain in my FPL team, so please, Son,
Yeah, but
score a brace.
Yeah. We'll move on to the next one, which is This is a big one as well. Is a Wolverhampton versus Leicester City.
You know, we see this fixture and we always think it's a big one, but if you look at the table, Wolverhampton's sitting in 14th.
See, this is a must-win for Leicester. This is if they get
It's a must-win
draw
for both games because Wolverhampton,
both teams. Yeah.
if you want to compare last season to this season, Wolverhampton should be sitting like in 7th, but they're sitting 14th.
Yeah, and they are also missing one of their best players. Their players got taken in the summer, injuries and all this. You could throw a lot of excuses out, but at the same time, they did play well in the second half against Arsenal. They should have lost that game against Arsenal.
I reckon they got lucky against Arsenal.
Definitely. Arsenal beat Arsenal. Wasn't
literally Arsenal failed
I love that
themselves.
saying, Arsenal beat Arsenal.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
See, this is a tough one.
Actually, I see a draw, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I think I'm going to go with a Leicester 2-1 win, unfortunately. I want Leicester to lose just so there's that little bit of gap between Arsenal and between United and Leicester, but
what can you do?
Not. Yeah.
I see a draw on the cards here. I don't think is Vardy still out? Can you check if Vardy's still out?
Vardy's out with a hernia until mid-Feb.
Yeah, I'm going 1-1. Okay, on to the big game, which is our game of the week. Liverpool versus Manchester City at Anfield.
Hey, I'm hearing Klopp already make excuses. I'm just saying. I'm already hearing Klopp making excuses, saying that Manchester City have 2 weeks break. They have this. They have that. I'm like, bro, yous are all playing. Yous are playing. Like, it doesn't matter. I think Klopp's just making excuses because he knows he might be getting punished here. He might be getting that might be.
I don't blame him because Manchester City have been playing superbly well.
Yeah, beautiful form. Jota,
how many wins now? How many clean sheets have they had? 7 clean sheets?
They have 14 clean sheets. I've only conceded 13 goals out in 21 games.
That's crazy. Well, I'm saying how many in a row? How many clean sheets in a row have they had so far?
I have no idea.
Something like 7 or 8 clean sheets now in a row.
We'll be here all day if I have to look at it. 3, 4, 5. Give me 6 clean sheets in a row.
6 clean sheets. That's some sort of a record for sure. Didn't Mendy almost break it or equal it with 5 in a row?
No, I think he got 4. Got 4
in a row?
He got 4, yeah.
Well, this game at Anfield, could it be 3 losses out of 3?
Well, Mane's out injured, which is surprising. What's it called again? Jota, I've seen he's back in training for you guys. I don't know if he'll... I doubt he'll make an appearance even because of how long he's injured for. He doesn't want to come in, do a sprint.
You might see an appearance off the bench.
Because he was a really good attacking presence for you guys when he was playing. He was killing it. He was killing it.
He was.
To be honest, City are looking like a whole different team. City are looking like Liverpool last season, and they're looking very strong. And I think, again, they'll want to go to Anfield and be like, we've been getting punished here for the past couple of seasons.
Not really. It was just one season. The season before that, Man City won the title. But in that season, we beat them in the Champions League quarterfinal. No, we didn't.
I will look.
We didn't. We beat them in the Champions League semi-final, the time we played against Real Madrid, and Karius did that blunder in the final.
Yes.
So this game's always been a very, very
City haven't beaten Liverpool at home since
last season. The 4-0.
No, that was at City's home ground.
Okay.
That was at City's home ground. I'm saying yous haven't lost to City. Yeah, yous haven't lost at home since. It was a bit of a while.
Probably like 2014 or something.
I don't know. It's not here.
Or 2015.
3-4, no 1-1, 5-0, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 4-1.
That's the Liverpool 4-1 win.
I'm just trying to, bro. I can't find any of the last head-to-heads. In your last head-to-head, they haven't beat you on at home. They haven't beat you at home.
Yeah.
In the last 29 games, they have not beaten you at home. So the away side has just won. Okay. The away side, Manchester City, has just one of their last 24 Premier League meetings between Liverpool and Manchester City, with Liverpool winning 4-1 at Etihad in November 2015.
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
So, okay. Liverpool have lost one of their last 29 home league games against Manchester City, winning 19, drawing 9, a 2-1 defeat in May 2003.
Wow.
Right? So that's a 18-year-old record. So they haven't beat you at home in 18 years.
2003. Well, that was back in the days when what?
They didn't have oil money back then.
Gerard Houllier was probably managing back then.
Yeah. That's how
we still had Michael Owen. We still had Robbie Fowler.
Yeah. So, So, see, like I'm saying, they want to go to Anfield. They want to punish.
Yeah. And they can. They definitely can.
I'm praying. I want City to lose just for the title race. Just
I do as well.
The big gap.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't really see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Give me a scoreline. Come on.
I'm going to be a dick, and I'm going to go again with my United prediction. I'm going to go for a 4-1.
Jesus Christ. 4-1.
Because I see City can score 4, right? Alisson is out injured. The young kid is...
He could be coming. I think he's back.
I think he might be back, but still, you get what I mean.
Look, if Alisson is playing, even with the young kid's not a shit goalkeeper. He's a very good goalkeeper.
But I think there's a lot of pressure in this game. There's a lot of pressure.
You know what? I want to go for a Liverpool win just because I want to see City drop points. Mm-hmm. It will make things more interesting for the title race.
Also, my props to Liverpool is they always do start performing well in the big games. You get what I mean? But again, you haven't scored. I'm giving you a 1 goal because you haven't scored in your last 3 home games.
Yeah, I know. Look, I just don't want to see us losing 3 home games in a row. So I'm going to go for Liverpool win. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Liverpool have not lost 3 in a row at home in the league since 1963.
Jesus Christ, man.
1963.
Records are being broken, and not for good reasons either. It's for fucking... Okay. Moving on to the next one, which is Sheffield United versus Chelsea. Sheffield United sitting dead bottom. However, coming off some sort of good form, winning their last game against West Bromwich Albion 2-1. What do you reckon? Yeah. Chelsea back on the resurgence, or Sheffield United back on the resurgence? Which one?
See, it's like I won't say a resurgence because you'd say they were dropping all the way down when it was their players weren't performing. I don't think they wanted to play for Lampard anymore and whatnot. And I keep repeating it. All of a sudden, players find their form once the manager they weren't playing for goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I will say that it hasn't really been that convincing from Tuchel. You know what I mean? Yes, their football's been better, but that's what they were playing at the early stages of Lampard. Right, the early stages of this season.
Yeah.
All his wins have only been. He's had 2 draws, 1 win. You get what I mean?
He's had 2 wins, 1 draw. They beat Burnley 2-0.
Yes.
The previous week.
I will say that I seen a stat. Was it that Sorry. There was a stat where that Thomas Tuchel is the first manager since Mourinho 2014 to keep 3 clean sheets in his tenure, in his first thing.
In his first 3 games. Or
so
first 5 games.
Yeah. I really hope Chelsea batter these cunts. Sorry for my language, but I want to see Sheffield get absolutely slapped up. I reckon this Chelsea team could do it, hopefully. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Chelsea win.
3-0 Chelsea win. Okay.
Yes.
Whoopsie. What am I doing? Do that. Okay. So, is that good then? 3-0. Okay. 0-3. Yeah, I reckon Chelsea. I see Chelsea keeping another clean sheet. To be honest, Sheffield struggling, even though they've won 3 games and they've won 3 in their last 5 games. But I think Chelsea will be too strong for them. I'll go. What sort of score should I go with? I'm gonna go 2-0. I'll go 2-0 to Chelsea.
2-0 to Chelsea. Still good, Sheffield. See you later. Enjoy Sheffield. All right.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, it was nice not having you in the crib. Our final game for match week 23, 22,
23. Game 23
is Leeds United versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. This is a very attacking game. It should be an attacking.
It should be, but with Crystal Palace, you don't know what they're gonna do. They're very unpredictable. They could get battered one day, and the next day they can pull off a miracle win. They're just one of those teams. But I think,
well, they got a win. They got a win against
Newcastle,
which was good for them because you were saying that they deserve points. But Leeds,
yeah.
No, I think Leeds will take this game.
Even in the last 2 or 3 games, Crystal Palace have been performing very well.
Mm-hmm. I think Leeds will take this game. I think
so
it'll be a 3-1 scoreline. I'll go Leeds.
3-1 for Leeds?
Yes. 3-1.
Yeah, I reckon as well. I think Leeds are going to be too strong. Just the way Leeds punished Everton, they were just too strong, too quick. They're gonna give Crystal Palace a very hard time especially with the way they run and constantly press. I'm gonna go. Yeah, man. Your scoreline looks the part. I'm gonna also say 3-1 to Leeds United, and that's it. That concludes our predictions for game week 23. If any of you have your own predictions or if you have any suggestions, put them down in the comment section.
Yes.
And we're happy to hear from you guys. But for now, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you again later.
See ya.
Stop the video. Oops, no. How do I
stop recording?
Stop sharing.